I wanna try, I'll take you to Dubai, put you in the sky. Money on a plate, girl, I know you wanna ride. I'll make you feel nice, get a little high. But if I'm on the grind, then I probably won't reply. I'm the type of guy, bitches on the side. I'ma spend the money, we can spend a little time. All you gotta do is ask me, and I can make you look classy. Second that you walk past me, I turn the whip around, I had to get you in my backseat. They call me Mr. Plenty, plenty. Check the leather on the Bentley. Shout your friends will get friendly. Maybe I could be your sugar daddy, yeah.
Cause I'm all about the money, money. Maybe I could be a sugar daddy, yeah. I ain't in a hurry. Girl's the only thing that I'ma marry, yeah. I know you got problems, baby. I know you feel stressed on the daily. So let me put your body into flex mode. Giddy up, let's go, baby. I've been getting paid, I've been getting waved. Tell me all your secrets, I'ma take them to the grave. I ain't gonna lie, I don't wanna wait. We can book a flight out later today. Where'd you wanna go? Where'd you wanna stay? We was in the shadow, now we're coming out to play. Anything you need, you just gotta say, baby girl, come roll with your sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, yeah. Hey, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, yeah. Hey.
Who's your girl? Tell me she's your friend. Put her in the car, I got money I can spend. Give it a whirl, I'll have 2 sugar babies. I got everything you need, I can handle 2 ladies. Look lately, see the back of my Mercedes. Couple bitches, that's another reason for the feds to hate me. Cause I've been getting money on the daily. I can be your sugar daddy, sugar lady, yup.
Cause I'm all about the money, money. Maybe I could be a sugar daddy, yeah. I ain't in a hurry. Girl's the only thing that I'ma marry, yeah. I know you got problems, baby. I know you feel stressed on the daily. So let me put your body into flex mode. Giddy up, let's go, baby. I've been getting paid, I've been getting waved. Tell me all your secrets, I'ma take them to the grave. I ain't gonna lie, I don't wanna wait. We can book a flight out later today. Where'd you wanna go? Where'd you wanna stay? We was in the shadow, now we're coming out to play. Anything you need, you just gotta say, baby girl, come roll with your sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, yeah. Hey, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, sugar daddy, yeah. Hey. Kiss.
My bad, the song ended and I didn't even realize because I just put the headphones on. But look, it's looking good still. Oop, the part kind of messed up when I put the headphones on, but there we go. Hello. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Captain Quasar, and welcome back to another unofficial H3 waiting room. Today is an H3 members stream, so this one's going to actually probably be a bit of a shorter stream. I don't have a whole lot to look at today, but I think it should still be pretty good. We got some Instagram posts to look at first, like always. Just a couple Reddit posts today, nothing too major. And then, yes, a video from Nathan Dad Barnett about his son, Ian iDubbbz Joma. So, that will be very interesting to look at. I'm very, very excited. I went to the store yesterday, and people were like just staring at me, and it was pretty funny. Cause like they wouldn't look at me like when they were in front of me, but then I would see them like in the reflections off of like when I was walking out. I noticed it the most because I was able to look at like the glass door, and all of the people were like looking at me, and I was like, it makes sense. But yes, let's start with some Instagram posts, which are always some of my favorites, you know, because I just pick them out myself. Just throughout the week, I find some stuff I find pretty funny. I try not to doom scroll too much, so I don't have anything too crazy. But yeah, let's look at them. we got a dude throwing things. Oh, I need to follow this account. They've been throwing things for a while, and I think eventually they're going to, you know, really create something monstrous. If I had to describe it.
Whoa! Whoa!
They've got some good height, but see, they have to work on it to get the whip a little harder so they could get some distance on it. Because right now it's kind of just shooting up in the air.
Oh shit! Oh shit, we got fire all over the fucking place. Even in the brush pile. Ooh, ooh. Oh shit, we got the tree on fire over there.
Caught the tree on fire, House said. Why did you do... I mean, I guess they did it at night so they could see the fire, but you should have done it like at nightfall, not like during the middle of the night.
There's fire all over the fucking place. Look at the fire. Fire, 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 fire. The dogs are barking. A little light back there, I have my flashlight. The distant light is the trebuchet. Huh. Well, I don't want to make this video too long for no specific reason, but...
I haven't watched Dad's video, so if you watch the whole thing, I'll be sure to let him know that you stole one view of his, LOLJK. I'll skip any part where he starts doing self-promos. I'm just kidding. Those are the parts we need to watch intently, so that it's not malicious. But, see, I think these guys are onto something. They've got some skill. They've got the right idea, but the wrong mechanics. You know what I mean? They probably need to maybe put a little bit more effort into it. They shot, I mean, we call this like fire, like raining fire, I guess. They need to create different types of trebuchet shots. They could have one that's combustible, one that's merely just kinetic. They just shoot. It's just hard, big, heavy items. Fire, fire, fire. Yes, you're so right. It doesn't look that weird on camera. I think I look pretty good, honestly. I think it takes a second. I think everybody at first is like, you know what I mean? It's like it's a whiplash effect. You kind of just, what? See, from the side, I look completely normal. But then it's like, you know, I'm walking with my shopping cart, and then I turn a corner, and then all of a sudden, you see, when the Red Sea was parted.
Man, this is beautiful. Huh. Okay, well, I won't keep you any longer. I had fun. This is one of the better ones. I really, really, really like this. I can't
He sounds like he's about to cry. Or maybe he's just inhaling all of these fumes.
wait till the 4th of July. Holy shit, I throw rockets and fire and all this stuff. Okay, well, take care and have a good night, morning, day, whatever. Okay, bye-bye. Whoa.
It sounds like it's flaming metal. I'm thinking that might just be the sound of the trebuchet, but it sounds like it's like a bunch of chains that they've somehow like caught on fire or something. It's pretty good. I thought this was pretty good. If I ever came across the tickle monster, I would blow his head smooth off his shoulders. I thought this was kind of accurate. This was true to me. It was a statement I had to put out to any tickle monsters out there. Moving on. I also found this. This was interesting to me. It's BBC News Pidgin. So it's a Pidgin translation of Erica Kirk's speech that she gave. Erica Kirk Way be wife of late conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Say she forgive the person way kill her husband. She gave emotional speech during the memorial service for Arizona Way. Tens of thousands of people been attend for the memorial service for Kirk, where take place for Sunday 21st September 2025. The widow been burst into tears. Horas Way also pay tributes for the memorial service include President Donald Trump, Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
My husband, Charlie, he wanted to save.
I just thought it was so interesting that they did this translation. My husband, Charlie, bin one save.
Young men.
Young men.
Just like the one who took his
just
life.
Just like the one way take him life.
That young man.
That young man.
That young man. On the cross, our Savior said,
isn't Pidgin just one form of patois? Aren't there like other forms of patois too? Because isn't there like a Creole as well? I just find it interesting that it's specifically Pidgin. Am I hearing Chet Hanks? Yes, it is I. I wish. See, I'd be more like his brother. What's his brother's name? I forget. The actual actor. The one that actually followed in Tom Hanks' footsteps. I can't remember his name. For some reason, Chet Hanks is more memorable in my... Yeah, Colin Hanks. That's it. Colin Hanks was the one I was thinking of. Truman Hanks? I've never heard of Truman Hanks before. He's only 29. But yeah, Colin Hanks. Colin's been in quite a few things. He was in Dexter and Fargo. King Kong. But we're moving on from that. This guy is jumping rope in front of Scientology until the cult is destroyed. Speaking Jamaican patois is anti-Semitic. This feels anti-Semitic. Is it? I don't know. It is possible. He's going to be out there for a while. He's got 73 likes. He's got 19K followers. How did this only get 73 likes? He's keeping it going. Is this the one that's in Florida? Oh no, I played Bacardi. Oh no. But pretty good stuff. No, please, no, I was joking. I just assumed you were joking. Master of Martial Arts backup. This guy is shooting olives, I think, into a bell that's swinging. This is pretty impressive.
我期待的不是雪，而是有你的冬天。我期待的不是月，而是和你的遇见。我期待烟火满天，我可以永远靠在你左肩。我期待的不是一句抱歉。各位老铁，大家好，我是老杨头子。看在我一把年纪的份上，点个红心，再给我一个关注，我就谢谢你们了。6块钱一把蛋糕子加上一包。
Oh, never mind. I think they are actual. I thought they were olives. I think they are actual little like pellets for shooting.
That's what I thought.
Man, I can make a slingshot out of a stick and some rubber bands.
星球子，我是纯大好人，大良心电商，感谢了。
I literally thought this was just a bunch of. I guess it makes sense that they're not olives because I literally can't see any ends. But that does make more sense. It would have been more impressive with olives. Use the pits. If you hit them with the pits, the rest of the olive will probably fly off. It'll be cool.
I just wanted to make sure that the information.
I am very jealous of your IG algorithm. Mine is pretty cursed too, but these are some gems. See, I have it. It sucks because what happens is I have one Instagram account and its algorithm is perfect. And then I have this account that I use for like the stream stuff. And I have to send it from the other account because this one's algorithm isn't as like fine-tuned yet. We're working on it. We're working on it. It really is a process. Watch Terry Davis clips to increase your IQ. If I increase my IQ anymore, we'll restart from the beginning. We'll lap over. It's like on really old odometers. Once you hit like the final edge, it just goes back to 0. This was just something that I thought was pretty good, some talent, and it was liked by Cam Grants. That's see, I've seen other, like a lot of people. Oop, a little message from Alex real quick. I'm glad I can kind of block them. So, and if I ever get like actual things, just gotta go broad. What? Did someone say something? I didn't see it. Not pretty good. But yeah, that was just Into the Unknown, the theme song from Over the Garden Wall. But I like the phone. I've seen other people do this. This is just an actual microphone, but it's a phone, a landline microphone, which is pretty cool. So yeah, just wanted to show that quickly. And then also, the first bad take I've seen from Tom Ward. It truly made me sad. This is Cam Grant's coded, I know, right? Sorry, I was talking off to the side for a second. But this was the first bad take I've seen from Tom Ward. Tom Ward official. Fall sucks. I hate when the weather gets colder. I hate Halloween and any pumpkin-flavored food and drinks. That's probably one thing. Not the Halloween part. The pumpkin-flavored food and drinks, I just don't really care about them. I don't hate them necessarily, but it's like whatever. I hate Thanksgiving. I don't eat turkey, and I don't watch football. And we set the clocks back an hour, which is the fucking worst. Shout out to getting dark at 5 p.m. Here is correct order of seasons from best to worst. Summer, spring, winter, fall. He's just wrong. This is just so untrue. What are your guys' lists? Mine would probably go winter is the first because I run hot. So I don't like sweating. So I do prefer the winter. But then actually summer goes next, surprisingly enough. Summer goes next because that's when you have like, that's when the memories are made. But, also get to go to the beach, get to go to the lake, get to go to the river, wherever. Have some, try and actually forget about something for a change. Get out into nature. But then I would actually go fall third, and then spring last. See, he likes the hot seasons. He likes spring because it goes into the heat. Spring would be last for me purely because it's like cool, blooming, watching things bloom, cool. I see my life flourish before my very eyes. Why watch upon nature? Fall, winter, spring, summer. See, I would say probably spring and summer might be a little. I could interchange them because where I live it gets hot pretty quick, so we can kind of just go swimming wherever. I'll send you some. But yeah, it's an interesting thing. But then. But honestly, Tom Ward is 99% of the time on. So the fact that he got this one thing wrong, it's like, I'll give you a pass this one time, Tom. Don't want to see it again. Fall, spring, winter, summer. I live in the South where it's humid and 90 plus for way too long. Yeah, humidity I couldn't do. Humidity is just a no-go. Fall, summer, winter, spring. It's not... Okay. See, I just don't see how he has summer number. See, summer number 1 is like what a kid says. That's like what I would say when I was like, a child. But moving on from this, sorry, doing a couple things at once. Here's something that AB said. AB said, what? AB said, what?
This fucking cream on my face.
Huh? I didn't soundbite it yet. I need to get it for the sound bites. I also just need to figure out a place to put it because I just have too many right now.
Why can you not stop lying? Please stop lying! What is wrong with you?
You gay? Why are you gay?
Fucking cream on my face. To try and get, I have a dark spot right here, like a sunspot. I'm trying to, I don't know where it came from, trying to lighten.
He got some cream on his face. You know, as you do. As one might do. Ian on the podcast 4 years ago. This was a wild find.
So next up, one of your best friends with a video that seems to end very abruptly because I believe his camera died in the middle of filming it, and he said fuck it and just sent it anyways. So
that's how much he cares.
That's how much he cares. So here we are with iDubbbz.
Oh.
For the past 3 days, I have been harassed by Ethan and Dan. They have been demanding that I shit talk Ethan online. And
I hate cinnamon, so despise all of pumpkin spice shit, but autumn is the best. Halloween is the best. Yeah, see, hating Halloween, I will never. We're almost there. Drop your comment, or drop your costumes in the chat and in the comments below. If you're watching the VOD, if you're watching the VOD, on the video on demand of the stream, which people already call VODs. Interesting. But yes.
I try to get an explanation from them, but they keep on telling me, like, you gotta do this, dude. Come on, it'll be funny. Oh, don't worry. We're getting a bunch of other creators to shit talk Ethan too, so it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay to shit talk anyone. Like, I think they forgot what year we're in. It's 2021. You can't shit talk your best friend and just act like it's all sunshine and rainbows. That's not gonna happen. I don't know what world they're living in, but they put me in a weird position because this is my best friend, after all, that's asking me to do this. Shit talk me. Okay. You've left me no other choice. Naruto.
I'm gonna be pregnant for Halloween, like actually pregnant, or like you're gonna do a fake belly? Because if you do a fake belly, you should do pregnant with a can of beer. My 3-year-old wants to be Shadow. Fuck yeah. Sorry. Heck yeah. 3-year-old rocks. No costume ready yet, but I want to be a plague doctor. Here, let me get confirmation. Can I say what ours is? Send it to me. Huh? But I can say what our costume is. Yeah, that's not good though. We are doing codename Kids Next Door. Number 1. Number 5. We're doing number 1 and number 5. I will be dressing up as SpongeBob. Internet Tough Guy is going to be SpongeBob. That's a pretty tough costume, I have to say. To be fair, though, it's like you have to be the opposite of what you are in normal life. You're obviously a tough guy in normal life, so you have to be... you're going to have to be something sweet and innocent. The band Code Orange kids. You're not bald yet, though. We'll get there. We got the month right. But back to what iDubbbz was saying. Sorry, every time he speaks, it's just easy to stop listening. Yeah, we have to shave it off for it. Sorry, it's not like I'm going to keep this for a year. If I was going to, I would honestly probably shave it down anyways, just to make sure that it's like all super even and like cut. But I'm keeping it for now so we can this Sunday do the Sunday. Alex the Fiction is hosting. Sorry. One sec, pulling it up. It's taking me a second. Do. Sunday. I had to check again. Sunday, September 28th. Alex the Fiction is hosting H3 Fans for Palestine 12-hour fundraiser stream live. Scrub says hype. I'm going to lose 8 subs as soon, I know. As soon as I shave it, I'll be gone. Hopefully by then, though, we'll go up a bit. Because throughout Halloween, throughout October, I have a bunch of streams planned. I know Girl with a Microphone said she was planning something similar. So I'm going to send basically my concepts over to her. And we might, like, just to make sure we're not going to overlap on the topics we talk about for the spooky season. But we have a lot of topics to talk about. Don't unsubscribe. I'll be mad. Sundays for the dogs. Alex does hate the Swifties. It's a bad look, Alex.
Know anyone? Yeah, this is just like the scene in Naruto Shippuden where Naruto is forced, his best friend Sasuke forces Naruto to use his Sharingan attack. Sasuke is just standing there blocking Naruto's path to his grandfather's tomb. So he has to use his most deadly attack. Ethan, I'm about to use my most deadly attack. You're overweight. You're very overweight.
No.
And you need to lose it. No more Weight Watchers. No more, I'm not going to drink any more sodas. That shit doesn't work, okay? I mean, it might work for some people.
Oh.
And that's it.
Oh. I really wanted to.
He couldn't even finish. He was just like, whatever. It's not worth it. He stopped caring right then.
See where that was going.
You see why I was like, I felt like it just ended too suddenly.
I was so excited for the Naruto battle.
Yeah, I know. I agree. But like you said, maybe the biggest roast of all is that he couldn't be bothered.
I think his brain just stopped working, probably, you know. It was something that was going to show forward to today. But then I saw this. So basically, if anyone knows Billy Mitchell, the King of Kong, the big head from Regular Show, this guy, Billy Mitchell, posted on Twitter. He has a hot sauce, Ricky Sauce, rickysauce.com, discount code CUCK for 15% off in honor of @iDubbbz. Amazing stuff. I don't know why he posted this, but it's great. Am I crazy, or did Ian refer to him as his best friend in this video? No, he totally did. And I think that's one part that we shouldn't forget, because he loves to say now, we were never friends. What? We just did some content together. You don't have actual friends. Don't lie to me. Did I think the iDubbbz clip was funny? Go back and see if I laughed. Do a check for me. I actually don't know. To be fair, I paused through it a few times because I did find it somewhat boring. But I did get this recommended to me, sent to me. So I did want to watch this. It was recommended to me actually a little while ago. I don't know how old this is, to be fair. This is 5 days old, so it's not that old. Okay, good. But let's see. I actually haven't checked it out at all yet. It's 8 minutes. Trying to educate myself / catch up on the H3 drama to understand the controversy as someone who enjoys both Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker's content. Hold down the 2x speed because I talk kind of slow.
I've seen a lot of H3 stuff on TikTok.
How do I do that?
And so this is like me
desktop.
Asking genuinely in good faith, like why people, think he's a Zionist and hate him so much, because after watching both Hassan's content and his content, I've tried to, see both sides to form my own opinion, I guess, and I'm kind of confused, because the general consensus seems to be that he is hateful and he's a Zionist, but
getting iDubbbz and iNabber mixed up is pretty funny. That's probably the funniest thing about oh my god, I can't even say it. iDubbbz. I feel congested today a little bit, I gotta be honest.
No, like, evidence that I've seen personally that cements that. And obviously there's just some niche internet drama and there are actual important things going on, like the genocide in Gaza, that we should be talking about rather than some YouTubers and streamers online. If you don't want to listen, feel free to scroll past and
iDubbbz wishes he was iNabber. The real question is, have they ever been in a room together? I've never seen them in a room together.
actually educate yourself about what's going on because it's important. So to my understanding, based on what I've watched, and maybe I haven't watched everything, Ethan's position on Israel-Palestine is kind of like the same position that Kamala Harris has, where I guess some people do call Kamala a Zionist because she wants a two-state solution, which is basically what Ethan wants. And although, yes, you can make an argument that that makes you a Zionist, that makes you a bad person for like believing that there should be a two-state solution, obviously I don't see people coming at Kamala or other people who want a two-state solution the same amount of like hatred and just like disdain as they do for Ethan and Ela. Now obviously Ethan has expressed like his...
Say it right, the vitriol. The hatred. No, I mean, there is a lot of that too. I was being a little bit hyperbolic and then realized that there is actually that being spewed quite a bit. So, moving on. Let's let her continue.
Sympathy for October 7th victims and whatnot, which makes sense. He lived in Israel, his wife was born there and grew up there. And he's also expressed sadness for the victims in Gaza, the Palestinians that are being slaughtered brutally. I think a huge problem with the left, and probably the reason why Trump won this election in the first place, is because we're kind of obsessed over this black and white thinking of these people have to believe all these boxes, and if they don't, then let's ostracize them, let's cancel them. And I think that's a big reason why the people in the center kind of lean more towards Trump, because on the right, they're kind of like, yeah, come join us, I don't care if we don't agree on everything, but, you're a community here, in its own fucked up way, because, obviously that community is a fucking cult. So this is where, like, understanding nuance is incredibly important, because, of course, Ethan, is upset about anti-Semitism, even though we are not seeing it, specifically him, because he's so famous, and he has so many haters already, basically seeing it every day, he's getting, like, death threats every day, and I've seen a lot of criticism of, like, saying, okay, well, he shouldn't be talking about this right now, he should be talking about Gaza, why are you talking about anti-Semitism right now, when there's actually, like, a genocide going on, which is very valid. I think we have to put ourselves in each other's shoes, because I think if I was experiencing, like, an insane level of hatred, actual, like, fear that somebody's gonna hurt me, I would be like, yeah, I mean, like, even though there's a genocide going on, I kind of want to talk about this, because it's affecting my day-to-day life, it's affecting the way I think.
I mean, and the main part is just that we need to hold multiple truths. You need to know that there are things happening all at once that we need to kind of be aware of and be privy to in some regard. That way we can speak out against it and stop it in its tracks when people are dog whistling or doing things on our own side, because it's so easy to call out the political opposition or whatever because you know who to point at. But when it's someone on your own side, it's like much harder to call them out without just directly like ousting. And I feel like justifiable criticism should be heard, but it really is about like what defines justifiable criticism. I think you really people need to start giving facts don't care about your feelings. Start showing the clip. Show me the clip. Show me the meat of the clip.
About everything. Now, do I think that this is a good thing? Not necessarily, but I think it's an understandable thing. I think that Ethan shouldn't be specifically using his platform so much to talk about anti-Semitism when there is like an insane rise of like anti-Arab sentiment because of this issue. But at the same time, I understand why he does, and I understand like his need to focus on it. It's because it directly affects him. I'm not going to talk about his criticism of Hassan Piker because.
Captain, I know I've known you for not even a year, and we've collabed a few times, and I feel like we're at least somewhat friends, and we've never met in person. See, I would say that I would consider us somewhat friends, but I don't know. I guess I'm just I guess I'm a little antisocial in this way that even like my family, my closest friends, my family, anybody that I meet, you're not like free to do whatever you want, you know what I mean? I don't find it hard to cut people off when it's necessary. Obviously I care about the people around me, and I'm quicker to try and change the viewpoints that they have and try and argue with them, because I feel like arguing with somebody will probably more than likely will kind of draw back. I kind of forgot the point. I started reading chat for a second. Goddamn, my guy, what's going on with that part? Oh, with that part, my hair? Well, you don't like it? Did they subscribe just to say that and then unsubscribe? Is that who the new subscriber was? It's looking great. What are you talking about? But I did forget what I was going to say, so I'm going to let her continue for a minute. But yeah, I mean, I don't really I don't know. I love my friends and I care about people, but I guess I care about people as a concept a little bit more than individuals. And it's like, I feel like if you're starting to sway, then it ain't too hard for me. I'm dumping Alex right now. Yep, that's what's happening. I'm not your friend anymore. No, that's what I'm saying. Is we're obviously friends, but don't think that means anything. Not, I mean, like I'm saying, like it goes for my family, for my friends. Like there have been really close friends that I've kind of just went, we're not talking anymore because our viewpoints are that different. But then there are people that would be presumed to have extremely different viewpoints from me. But I think that we're probably a lot more aligned than they would even like to admit, and that's kind of where the line draws. I see, you know what I mean? I see myself kind of like Jesus. I walk with the sinners. You know what I mean? But yeah. Yeah, I'm like iDubbbz. I'm like iDubbbz, like Jesus. Alex unsubbed. Yeah, that's who it was.
I think that there is a lot more to go into that that I couldn't really like explain in a 10-minute video, but I do think a lot of bad things that Ethan has said about the conflict in Gaza is clipped out of context, because as someone who, once again, has watched everything, including Hassan's breakdown of...
That's brutal. Sorry, Alex. I mean, really, like, I love everybody. Like I'm saying, I love you all. I want everybody to do well, and I want everybody to try their best. But why would that mean that I... Why would that mean that I would hold you to any higher standard than anybody else? You know what I mean? I hold everybody to the same standard. If you don't meet my standards, we're done. And my standards are the most important standards.
Content nuke that he dropped. Ethan himself has never stated that he supports the Israeli government or Netanyahu. He never has stated that he doesn't believe there's a genocide going on. He's called, Netanyahu and his whole cabinet genocidal maniacs. He's donated thousands of dollars to, Palestinian aid. Yes, he is hating on multiple pro-Palestine creators, and that's not necessarily a great thing.
What you guys are saying, that's like iDubbbz? Well, the difference between iDubbbz is he does it for momentary gain, whereas I'm talking about doing it based on your actual like code of ethics and morals, actually having a framework that you live by and are willing to, break friendships over. I know who I am. Do you?
But he's not hating on them because they're pro-Palestine. He has very specific reasons why he's hating on these people that had nothing to do with Palestine, but because they all happen to be pro-Palestinian creators, everyone assumes that, he wants to deplatform them because of that. But also you have to remember that, like, a lot of creators are just far-right conservatives that Ethan has targeted and attacked as well. Not necessarily because of their views, even though he doesn't agree with them, but because of other reasons. Just because he hates one creator doesn't mean he hates all of their views or wants to denounce all of the views.
She herself said she was slow, so I put it at a faster speed, but she's not that slow. We'll try it at 1.5 and see how that goes.
Biggest point I've seen is when people call Ela like the Raider of Ramallah. I kind of like was really curious because this was like the first conversation I had with somebody who was like, yeah, did you know his wife was in the IDF? Like she went on a raid. That all like sounds really bad. So I watched the video myself and tried to see like all the videos and clips of Ela talking about being in the IDF to try to get a grasp. So again, from my understanding, based on Ela's own recount of her experience, she was a secretary in the IDF. It's mandatory service. She was straight out of high school, 18 years old. This is apparently just like a thing that everybody has to do. It's like college. Like when people are in high school and they're about to graduate, they're always talking about, okay, like, when are you doing your service? It's kind of like just like a very casual, normal thing that everybody has to go through. So to her, someone who's grown up in Israel, has never experienced life outside of Israel, and as someone who was born there, who went to school there, has only consumed what she has been told there as a young girl. What is she going to do? Go to jail as a teenager? People say, okay, fine, it's mandatory service. She was just a secretary. But then they say she chose to go on a raid. So, once again, from my understanding, from what Ela explained, she was very bored. I'm guessing being a secretary in the IDF who is incredibly boring. And she has some friends who are soldiers who go on raids. And she is someone who has never ever experienced a raid, probably doesn't know much about what it's actually like, and she sees her friends are doing this all the time. Her friends offer for her to come along. She wasn't even supposed to come along. But, as an 18-year-old girl who, like, is very bored, she went like, sure, I'm just curious. I just want to see, like, what's up. And then she said when she went on the raid, first of all, she was not armed at all because she wasn't even supposed to be there. She was just sitting in the car watching it all happen. She called it...
You have to get it right because people will argue. All the snarkers will come in and go, she got out of the car. She got out of the car. Now I'm going to get it wrong because I don't know if she said she went into a house. She might have said that, but the one part I do remember is that she said that the person that they did arrest, they found guns in their home. So it was an actual, like, part of, an active part of their military, presumably, from her perspective, at least at the time.
Surreal. She said it was shocking how how people could just go into other people's homes. No good feelings
You know,
about
they're militia. You get what I'm saying.
it. No fun was had, basically.
You don't know if they're actually part of Hamas or just another person acting in accordance, I suppose. But at the end of the day, it was a raid that was, because people love to say that it was like because there's a few arguments, right? Is the argument isn't just it's illegal because it's illegal, but the raid itself wasn't technically illegal under international law, but the occupation they claim is itself illegal, so anything that they do under that occupation is then considered illegal. And I mean, that's kind of you're grasping at straws in some regard, but I get the idea around it, I guess. You're just like Wolverine and Jesus, I know, right? I'm like Wolverine and Jesus mixed together, except I won't heal super quick and I won't come back from the dead. Please do not hurt me. Thank you, Pink Sigils. I befriend people easily, and I tend to give them a lot of grace because they are my friends, even if we have radically different beliefs. But if I feel like you hate me, I block you pretty quick. I blocked almost all of my former college acquaintances. Like, here's what I'm saying, Alex, right? I'd be quicker to tell you what I disagree with you about, rather than just block you. But I'd be quick to just be like, I'm done. Like, I wouldn't care to be like, we're done, if you weren't willing to then have that conversation. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm willing to have the conversation, and that's what I want to do first. But if it doesn't feel like that's actually getting us anywhere to any kind of like middle ground, then that's where it becomes like unnecessary. Because I think I make friends I try and befriend people pretty easily. I keep it kind of open, but I also think that casual friendships don't necessarily need you don't need to agree on everything, but it's just about the willingness to be open to the conversation. Because the things that you do agree on, the things that you do like your interests, are the things that are actually connecting you. Yeah, we did survive the rapture, everybody. The sea has been parted, like we said. The skies have cleared. The four corners have been laid back down. God said, not yet. Yeah, anybody here should we go on a little bit of a religious rant? You guys brought up the rapture. I love talking about religion. I've thought about doing streams on Sundays where I talk about like religion and philosophy stuff. Anybody that any Christian that talks about the rapture and knowing when it's going to happen and stuff like that has never read the Bible or like analyzed the actual text talking about it, because it legitimately, Jesus himself says, nobody will know when the time comes. He says specifically like one person will go up and the other person will stay in the field. Like two brothers in a field, one will go up and the other will stay. Basically saying like some will go, some won't. But then also said, no man will know the time, the day or the time. No angel will know, not even the Son of Man will know. And so it's just like anybody claiming that they understand the rapture, like it's just so, it's perturbing. We love talking religious over here. We love talking religion over here. Religious, nice. Imagine me doing religion streams with this. I think it'd look pretty good. I think it would probably draw in some attention. There is just and also, I mean, there's a lot to it, right? Like there's a lot to like the whole idea of what they thought was going to happen, because a lot of the text, the way it was written, is specifically like under the notion that they believed that Jesus was going to come back pretty soon. Like I forget where it says it, but where Jesus says like not to or not Jesus, when was it Peter? I forget what letter it was. It was one of the epistles, but he basically says to not fight against the Roman government because Jesus will be coming back soon. And that's basically, it's where people talk about how you're not supposed to fight against the government because all governments are under God. But in reality, what he was talking about was Jesus is going to be coming back soon, so you don't even have to worry about this, dog. don't rile up the government and get yourself in harm's way when Jesus is going to come repair everything anyways. I was baptized Mormon. Religious people are a different type, man. I'm glad I'm not a part of that anymore. That's all I'll say. See, I'm not religious. I was born Catholic, and I went to I went to catechism, got my first communion, did my did all my stuff, my reconciliation, confirmation. But I've always been like inquisitory, I've always had questions about religion and different stuff. And so recently I've gotten much more into actually like reading the religious texts themselves, looking into like the history of the times that they were written, looking at the different like apocrypha and like the ways that different things are not just like mistranslated, but literally like intentionally changed over time. It's all very interesting to me. And I would consider myself an agnostic of sorts, because I think of myself as somewhat of a perennialist. I believe in like some kind of greater spirituality, but I wouldn't be able to lay claim on what that thing is. I just can't believe they're hedging and being like, oh, it'll still happen tomorrow, if not today. I think that, really, some people just want anything to happen. And really, it kind of defeats the purpose, right? Because if you know when the rapture is going to happen, then of course you're going to change your ways and become a better person and stuff. I feel bad for all the people that probably sold their car so that they could get a one-way flight to Europe and went on a trip, and now they're stuck in Europe and don't know what to do. Like, there's got to be at least a few of them, right? Like, just based on like statistics. I may be the only Christian here, but hopefully you guys see my character enough to know that I am not one of the bad ones. Well, I think the thing is I think Christianity definitely holds a lot of good takes. You know what I mean? It's got a lot of bad ones too. If we really look through the Bible, there's some bad stuff in there, but that's why we don't believe in inerrancy or univocality. We understand that all of the books and all of the parts of the Bible were written in a certain time period under a certain perspective, and I think that every piece of text can have the voice of God speaking through them in some regard. And so that's why it's always necessary to analyze the text that you're reading. I align more with paganism than any other religion. It really is predatory towards people who are mentally ill to spread this kind of stuff. Well, I think that that notion is because it got, things got changed over time, where religion really is. So what kind of religion is this rapture thing? A Christian one? Well, I think that different religions have like apocalyptic ideas, but the rapture is a Christian idea. The idea that the resurrection will happen and then we'll like raise all of the followers of Christ to heaven, and then the Antichrist will reign on earth for like a certain amount of time, something like that, and then everybody will die or something. It's something like that. I don't remember. I read Revelations a long time ago. All I remember is there's the trumpets and then the seals. I think the trumpets are one of the seals, but there's all the seals, and then the four corners of the earth get lifted up and pulled from their winds, causing earthquakes and typhoons or whatever, all types of stuff. Yeah, religion is predatory in general, but because that's what I'm saying though, is it kind of it's like the ship of Theseus, it's adapted over time, and it's always just retained the name of a religion. It's always been viewed through the lens of whoever's speaking about it. Like, even in the past, not everybody was literate, so the pastors and the people that were doing that type of stuff were actually the only literate ones. The scribes worked with with them. They were the literate ones in town who were able to kind of teach whatever they wanted and change it from there. Religion talk and weed chat rise up. Those go hand in hand here, right? When the apocalypse happens for pagans, they just be fucked. Well, remember what Jesus said about the Samaritans. People will make it through. It's all about what's on the inside. The acceptance and the idea of the Christ figure isn't necessarily the acceptance of Jesus. This is why I would like to talk about religion. There is a lot of interesting concepts that have been adapted over time, that if you actually look at the what I use is the New Revised Standard Version Updated Edition. That's the Bible translation that I use because it's the one that was, I don't know if it's the most recent translation, but it's one of the newer translations that was used, that was made by like a collection of scholars and churches that looked at the original manuscripts and stuff and then created a translation. Interesting things. I agree, Cap, and I tend to lean towards there being a greater power, but I tend to think it's not up to me to decide what the power is. I just let it be. Well, I think that realistically, like if we look back in ancient religions, it was mostly they had an idea of what the afterlife was in some sense, but it was more about what you do in your current life to attain some acceptance in the afterlife, attaining that that higher state. And so I think that that's probably the more necessary aspect than arguing about which God is the real one. We should probably learn how to be better people first, because God could be a big white dude in the sky with a white beard and long flowing hair, or he could be a giant bird that flies through space, and when we die we live on the back of this giant bird. Who knows? We don't know for sure, and arguing about it's unnecessary, because what matters is the ways in which we live. And I heard an atheist once say that the most moralistic character in the Bible is Jesus. So it's like, if you really want to learn something, probably actually read it in some regard and learn from there. Try and analyze it, not just from a perspective of trying to, because it's easy to try and just read it and go, these are the contradictions, these are the things that are wrong, but they still speak to like something true in humanity, whether it is the statement that is true itself or the analyzing like the time period that it happened in and stuff like that. The invention of the printing press and making the Bible more accessible caused the Protestant schism. My niece has decided she wants to be a part of the United Church and she wanted to get baptized. I went with her and it was really beautiful. Even as someone who doesn't believe, everyone was welcome. And that's the thing, is I think that as long as religions are kind of open, and that's why Mormonism, like whenever the Mormons come to me, I'm open. I talk to them for like a long time. I'll have some good conversations. I'm like, hey bro, what you know that the whole like multiple wives thing is because Joseph Smith was caught having sex in a barn with another woman, right? That's literally what happens. And then he was like, no, the Lord told me I must spread my seed. You can still believe that honestly, there's a lot of Mormonism that's just wrong. The stuff about like Native Americans and like there's a lot of issues, the umbrage I take with their historical stuff. But yeah. I will fight for injustice always, even if it's fighting Christians. A lot of people use religion to hide behind and twist words, and I hate that. Well, that's literally what Jesus did, right? Jesus spoke out against the Pharisees. Jesus came forward and was like, hey, you, the Pharisees, you run the temple. The temple, you're using it as a market. That goes against the doctrines that we are supposed to be, expressing. These are against the teachings of the Lord. And then Jesus went through with a corded whip and ran them off. And it's not because that he thought that he was better than them or that Judaism was wrong and everybody needed to switch to Christianity. It's because that people were appropriating the true nature of religion and using it for their own personal gain rather than looking towards being a better person and those aspects that we talk about. What are we doing for Halloween? We have a lot of streams actually. I need to talk to the girl with a microphone to see what she's doing, because like I said, I don't want to overlap with topics. But we got like creepypastas, true crime, some other stuff. We got some cool stuff. Some horror in media. I want to talk about Scooby-Doo. Let's do the do. Let's finally do the do. But yeah, a lot of stuff for Halloween. I think it'll be a lot of fun. How long are you going to keep that hair? Probably. I'm thinking for the month, maybe. I have a costume for Halloween where I need to shave my head, so I'll probably keep it till then. but we'll decide. We'll figure it out. Mormons probably have awesome soda, though. That's possible. Captain Quasar, more like Captain Spit Bars. So true. Okay, I do need to finish this video. We went on a full tangent because we started talking about the rapture. That had nothing to do with this. This was just about Ethan Klein.
She did it once and then never again because she, learned what goes on there. And since then, Hila has, denounced the Israeli government. She has said what the IDF are doing is bad, obviously. Both Ethan and Hila have. So this is, the nuance that I'm using when, I'm watching these clips. It's like, okay, she was young, she didn't know what was happening. My mother grew up...
Have you seen me try to read my favorite creepypasta? I have not. See, I think I have a good reading voice, so we can do some readings. But I want to do, some ones that are kind of poorly written, like ones that were written by children from the past. Like Jeff the Killer, the OG one, is so funny if you just read it word for word the way that it's written. Because I'm pretty sure the guy who wrote it was 13 or something. So I want to do some stuff like that, but do it in a scary, spooky voice. Jeff grabbed the knife, and he stood over the crib and he said, "Go to sleep." Stuff like that. Like I said, I feel really congested today, but it does feed into the low. Feel the horror. The horror sets. The wind blows on a quiet night. It draws wary the people sleeping, waking up at 3 a.m. to see the spirits that walk.
Up in communist China, and she was also raised with a lot of beliefs that she probably wouldn't have now if she knew everything else. So this is where I'm just asking, I guess, to have a discussion, a peaceful conversation with someone to explain to me, their sentiment, and coming at it with an open mind, because I can also understand why people don't like Ethan and Hila and think that they're bad, because some of the things they've said are really bad, but that's taking out the context behind everything. Like, for example, Hila was 18, that's taking off the nuance of the whole situation. So yeah, I'm not posting this to try to start hate. I just genuinely want to know, and people on TikTok have been talking about it, so yeah.
Is it on your channel, Alex? Can I do a Scooby-Doo impression?
How you doing?
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Ooh. Like Scoob. Like Scoob. Oh, we gotta get out of here. Ooh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Ooh. I can't do the laugh. Ree. What, you don't like the Scooby-Doo? My cat woke up to that. And then immediately rolled over on the ground. Here, I'll show you my favorite Alex the Fiction video. This is actually my favorite Alex the Fiction video right here. Look at that, 1.3 million views. Our boy is famous. Let's not forget. I didn't know that one SpongeBob creepypasta that was fake until I was 19. Oh, are you talking about the one where it's and then hyper-realistic Squidward came on screen with bleeding eyes. Oh my god, Patrick hung himself. It's stuff like that. There was a great, for anybody that remembers Sleepy Cabin, the Sleepy Cast, with Psychic Pebbles and some other unmentionables. See, I will say that anytime I watch Sleepycast, I knew Shadman was a bad guy back then. I didn't watch the episodes with Shadman. I hope he wasn't on the episode I'm about to talk about. But there was an episode where they did creepypastas, and literally the whole thing that they were doing was just it's like every video game creepypasta has the same format of they get a game cartridge at some garage sale or something, and then go home, play it, and then it has a file loaded on it already somehow. Even though that's not how old games work. You'd need the whatever. It doesn't matter, but you get what I'm saying. But then it does the. I just remember he says. What does he say? He says, "What are the?" I need to pull it up now. It's one of my favorite bits. You just sent me the clip. Send me the clip. Send me the meat of the clip. Yeah.
That's
So the story is called Death's Trumpet.
Ooh, I see the image.
All right, cool. The image is very important. So let me try to let me drink a little bit of water and let me get into it.
Ooh, he's getting his voice already.
Ahem. Ahem.
Why didn't you post this one? The Untold Story of Kayla Cauldron. Was it because the your camera was messing up, like with the Rich Lux one?
Right. It's hard for me not to like react as I read stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like I am the worst person at like trying to tell a story, but we're gonna give it our best shot here.
It's okay, you're good.
All right. Yesterday, I bought a trumpet off eBay for 45. Damn it! I can't even get through the first sentence.
I'm like, what a story. I'm like, not an eBay reseller. I used to do that. eBay
All right, I'm trying to get through this whole thing, okay?
All right, skip
So
the
yeah,
first
yes.
sentence. It's too funny.
No, we have to retry it again.
Okay, fine.
Yesterday, I bought a trumpet off eBay for $45. When it arrived at my house, it was a gold trumpet, which was weird because trumpets are.
There is a world. Wait, damn it. Here, this is what I was talking about. This was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
GameCube game, Luigi's Mansion. You know the one. Nintendo. The zoom out suddenly showed that the banana horde wasn't what I remembered it. The bananas were rotten, dripping with ooze of some kind. And
Oh no, Shadman was on this one. No.
face? Well, that was actually a face that was stabbed by a stake with all the other King Kong heads on it. You know, Stinky Kong, Candy Kong.
Lanky was crucified like Jesus.
Crucified at the top.
Just Lanky Kong crucified like Jesus is the funniest image to me. Lanky Kong. Oh, there's just something about it. Yes, we actually are monetized. Let's keep the ads going. Watch all my old videos. Get that ad revenue up. Drop join a membership. Drop a donation or whatever. What are they called on? They just super chats. Super chats. That's it. Drop a super chat. Do it. Or become a member. That too. Well, let's hear Alex. See, I'm going to try my best to find some that I can read, and I'm going to try to read them just straight face, as straight as possible.
Clocked, or whatever they say.
I'm down a packing hole right now, and the stress is murdering me, and I'm taking breaks to chill with the cats, and I think I got everything figured out. It's just a lot. Oh, my God.
It's weird because trumpets are
Wishing you the best, H.
usually silver.
Are they? That's the first I ever heard of a trumpet color in my life.
Okay.
This is your favorite story? You're like, this is my favorite story. I actually read it once 5 minutes before this.
No,
You're good, Bobby. It was really a joke.
This happens every time I watch the story. Honestly. Okay. Let's move on. When I took out the trumpet.
Dad, usually it's me doing this. I'm glad it's not me today.
I can't stop crying. No one's gonna understand why this story is so crazy.
Alex, when I finally do my creepypasta readings, can you come in and read some with me?
Oh,
okay.
God.
I guess like the grammar's crazy too.
Is Jimmy Lee in the trumpet? Like, is there a twist?
There is a twist. It's a big
Okay.
twist. Okay, when I took out the trumpet. It's like the least watchable thing I've ever made, dude. It's so fucking crazy. Okay. When I took out the trumpet, it comes with red blood.
What did it come with?
and the corroded mouthpiece.
Oh.
I put the blood valve oil into the trumpet, and then I played it, and then blood splurted all over my wall.
Okay.
I went to sleep, and I had a nightmare about the trumpet eating me alive. Eating me alive.
Is this a comedy?
It's a horror story.
Okay.
When I woke
Super
up,
scary.
when I woke up, there was a trombone that's sitting next to my death trumpet.
He ate it?
It was sitting next to it.
Okay.
I went to the bathroom to hide to take a big nasty shit. The trumpet and the trombone followed me, and then they killed me.
That's the story?
The trombone used its light to fuck me in the asshole, and then suffocated me. I died in the end because that's how I wrote this creepypasta.
Wait,
That's the
how would
story.
they have written it if they died?
I don't know.
That's your.
That's the story. Well, H, I'm knocking on wood for you. Best of luck. And I hope from here on, like from moving in, that kind of you're able to kind of keep it cool from there. Don't have any other major issues. This is like when Lena tried to tell the story about AB a couple days ago. It is hard because sometimes some stories just get you. There was there's this guy on Instagram that genuinely made me cry laughing when I first heard it. Oh, I don't think I have it saved. It was so funny. Oh man, I don't think I have it saved. See, I need to save my Instagrams more so I can show them off, because Instagram is some of the best content. You remember when people would say knock on wood and knock on your head? I remember when they would knock on my... You know what I'm saying? Oh! Was that just you? I feel like that's probably a thing. But okay, now, like I said, this is going to be a shorter stream today. Honestly, it might not be. It's already almost 12. Somehow that took us an hour to get through those few things that I just went through. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, well, you're hiding from me, iDubbbz. So this is Nathan. He's going to talk about a few different things in this video. Felt like it was necessary. You got to give Nathan the big ups. He just danced for 12 hours, and he's got his Indiegogo going. The Indiegogo is at 17,000. Oh, it's almost there, actually. Only 8,000 more. Not too bad. And I think, how many more days did it say it had? Got a little over a month left. Month and a half. A month and a half to raise $8,000. He's already raised 17. I think he's got it. Go knock on wood for Dad, too.
Hello, and thank you. Thank you so much for watching the 24-hour dance stream and donating to the Dad Indiegogo horror film fundraiser. I really appreciate it. We have raised now, in a period of 24 hours while dancing, we raised about $12,000. We started...
Well, and it's already at 17. It was at 16 during this video 21 hours ago, and it's already got another K put down. Just about. Another band. Over a band. Nice.
At 5,000, and now we're about to hit 17,000. We're just trying to get another 7,000 more dollars. So we have a month and a half to do it. I think it'll happen. If you haven't donated,
I know their mustaches are so good. Nathan has like a peak mustache. I can only hope to get there one day. You know, as a young child, I could never grow any facial hair. Up until I was like, I think like towards the end of high school, I couldn't. I was a junior or senior when I started growing facial hair, honestly. Go look at that interview on Alex's channel. But my mustache now, starting to a little bit, but I can't get like the hair here. The same thing with like hair here. I do get a chin strap that I shave pretty consistently. And my neck, I get the neck beard, which is neck beard of doom, which they've got to do pretty regularly as well. But I'm hoping I can get the mustache going to his level someday. It's just a little more. It's the Mexican gene. You know what I mean? It's what makes the mustache go like this.
And you're able to donate, or if you did and you're able to, again, even a couple dollars, even $1 will help. Please donate to the Dad Indiegogo. I'm begging. Please help me make this movie. And thank you for everyone who's already helped me. Now, I would like to respond to words that Ian, iDubbbz, has put out into the world. I would really like to answer, acknowledge, address what was said. So I'm sure you have seen, if you watch my channel, I've been trying to get Ian to box me. I didn't ever think he really would do it, but there was a small glimmer of hope where I thought he might. So I went on about it for a couple of videos because I talked to Misfits and they're talking about like big money that would change my life for a very long time. And I feel that Ian, you know, who couldn't use money when you're grinding on the internet all the time, it's hard to earn a living. So now that I'm engaged in talking to my fiance about having a child, it's like, oh boy, this would really help out. And I do like boxing. And Ian did say recently he would like to box.
I do think it's nice that Dad's going to become a real dad. Isn't that just so sweet?
Or he would be open to boxing again. And I thought, okay, this is a great opportunity. We have like a natural story here. How about it? And he hasn't responded. I texted him. You guys saw, I'm sure most of you saw it. I texted him and he told me basically go away. And then he did an interview with someone on a YouTube channel called Don't Worry About It. No, Do Not Worry is the YouTube channel. He interviewed Ian, and I just want to sort of...
Well, don't worry. Don't worry is just short for do not worry about it. That's actually what the channel name is short for. I actually know them. I don't, but let's just pretend that that's the truth.
Answer, I guess, the stuff that they said.
I always want to defend you guys. Like even the stuff with like Dad right now. Like someone's trying to give you like, dude.
Thank you, Lana. Have a good one. Take it easy. And yes, like the stream. Remember, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday before the H3 podcast.
Dad has been trying to farm clout off of this for the last like few weeks, ever since Creator Clash was canceled.
So when he says I'm farming clout off of Ian, I guess that's his way of negating my valid complaints that I was involved with Ian for 3 years heavily, and then Ian really blew that all up. So I would naturally be upset, and I feel it's justified to make some videos to explain myself, complain, vent. I feel like every boxer in Creator Clash could go on for a while about it, making videos, and I don't think it would be considered clout farming when I was involved with this person. Meanwhile, the guy who says this, his whole channel is that. It's like talking about other people's drama and attack.
I have stepped away from talking about Millhouse. I don't find him necessary to talk about because he's honestly just kind of boring. Millhouse jump scare. Yeah, it's just he seems like he's such a side character. They don't even bring him back like 3 times a season. You know what I mean?
Attaching themselves to it. So I don't feel it's really fair of him to say that about me when I have legitimate thing I'm trying to do, and I guess I disagree with his statement there.
And yeah, Dad was nice, and I used to like that in Creator Clash 1 and 2. He had amazing fights in Creator.
That's because you're not a real fucking Nathan Barnett fan. You don't know about Keith Apicary. You don't know about Dadbot. You don't know about the lore. Even fucking Ethan didn't know. Ethan was like, what? Dadbot's a character? What? This is Nathan Barnett. I feel like I spelled his name wrong in the description of this stream too, but I don't know for sure. But Nathan is YouTube royalty. He might be the jester, but he is YouTube royalty nonetheless. He gets to live in the palace, live in the great castle. Where are you? That's what I thought. He's up there with Rhett and Link. Yeah, exactly. But moving on.
Clashes 1 and 2. I was a fan of Dad when
This is literally Milhouse and Bart Simpson all grown up.
when all that stuff was going on, but I also
Do you remember adult Bart Simpson? Remember like the episodes where they fast forward and show Bart Simpson as an adult? This is literally Bart and Milhouse.
behavior hasn't been cool. Like, he's been literally talking shit about you guys. He's been contributing to the negative attention.
So he says I'm talking shit, and I would like to ask him when and where I did that, because in my opinion, talking that trash would be insulting, being rude, making fun of. I never did that, ever. Not once. I said how I felt and how what he did affected me and how it caused me to feel. That's not talking trash. That's just saying, hey, you did this and now I feel this way. I said it was unfair.
I just realized that was another thing I was going to talk about during Halloween is Simpsons Treehouse of Horror episodes. Talk about some of my favorite. We obviously can't show like the episodes or anything, but I'll pull up some stills, maybe talk about the creation of those episodes and so on. There was one that was like a 3D. Do you guys remember that, where he goes into like the alternate reality type of thing? Pretty cool stuff. But that was another thing. Sorry, just a side tangent because I said he looks like Bart Simpson. And honestly, Dad kind of looks like Homer in this, who is Bart's dad. So it's like it works out perfectly. Dad is the true Homer.
Of him and Anissa. I said he didn't seem to care about us, and I never said anything. I was never rude. I never went to that level because I don't do that. So I think this guy maybe is just saying this because he's like a fan of Ian's and wants to kind of like set up this question with like, oh, Dad's negative. Hey, I feel negatively about Dad. Before I get into this, this is where I stand, Ian. So Ian knows this isn't like...
Alex, I fear he just looks like that. iDubbbz needs to learn color correction. He's so fucking white in his videos, it hurts. He does just look like that. I think that he might have a light that's too bright. Like, it's kind of difficult for me because I have these two side lights that I try and use on the green screen so that I can key this out. It kind of gets messed up right here because this light doesn't get as bright as this one. So I tried to like tone them both down a bit to make it work. But they can get super bright at times, and on his pale skin it probably does just shine a lot. But that is kind of why it's more important to maybe turn down his exposure or something. Figure out his camera settings a little bit better. Because I feel like iDubbbz is the type of guy who definitely has like a DSLR setup for his like streaming. Do we think that? I'm using some shitty camera that I got off Amazon. I think it still looks pretty good. I've gotten it to work pretty good. It's intro settings. I'm not going to reset it because if I reset it, it'll look like garbage. But it looks actually terrible on its on its factory settings. And it has this weird little glitch that happens every once in a while that you probably see. But we'll be moving up. We'll be upgrading at some point. Like and subscribe. But continuing. Come on, Homer. Keep it rolling.
Pulling him into some drama he's not going to respond to. I don't know. I'm just making things up, trying to figure out why he's saying this when I never...
Milhouse is going to respond like this. He is making stuff up. He is. He's just lying.
Or did talk shit. I don't swear. So, apologize.
Nathan Barnett, a man of class. I'll say it for you. You weren't talking shit. Milhouse is shit. Peace up.
Apologies for being a prude. Yes, you could say I brought more attention to I brought negative attention towards Ian because I exposed what happened and then people felt negatively about what he did. So if someone robs someone and then you say, hey, that person robbed someone, you say, hey, oh, come on, stop bringing negative attention to that thief. Yes, I'm talking to people about it and sharing my opinion and they're sharing their opinions about it, but I don't...
It's because Dad's the one who got fucked over. He put his heart, his soul into Creator Clash. And then he's got shafted. He got shafted by the creators of Creator Clash. And they want to act like, oh, well, why don't you try and be the bigger person and not pick sides? Allow Dad to be friends with Ethan and you just be like, whatever. We still talk to him. We're good buddies. Ha ha. That's like a play. That's like a That's like a ball. That's an easy layup. I was trying to think of a good analogy, but watching iDubbbz really does slow my brain down quite a bit, I have to say. That's the excuse I'll always use when watching iDubbbz. It's such an easy one. If I can't think of something, oh, it's because I'm watching iDubbbz. I'm not stupid.
I don't think I've ever overstepped and gone to the point where I'm like, I considered it. I considered just doing a bunch of troll things, but I never did. I never like really trolled Ian. So I disagree again with you, sir.
So for anyone who's like shocked of like why you don't want to fight Dad, like no, you have no reason to fight Dad. There's no reason for you to step in that ring. You have nothing to prove to these people. And even though you did say you're down to fight another time, it doesn't mean you need to fight Dad. So
he does not need to fight me. No one needs to fight anybody ever. I don't think he has to fight me. I just thought it would be a good match. I never demanded him to fight me. So yeah, I agree with you. And he responded and said he doesn't want to. And that's the answer. I don't know why he's saying this as if someone said Ian had to fight me.
No, it was a request. He said, hey, you said you want to box, right? Well, glove up or shut up. That's what they say, right? And iDubbbz hasn't shut up, so put them gloves on, pretty boy.
It's like defending something no one said.
Honestly, if I saw Matt Watson doesn't look like he could be related to Dad. To Nathan. If I saw Nathan and iDubbbz in a ring, I might think they're actually father and son. Like they do look a little bit similar.
Yeah, I mean, I've.
You see what I'm saying? Like there's something there. Like here, let's go frame by frame for a second. We're gonna go frame by frame so you can see that transition. Oh, this is taking a while. A lot of frames there. Weird background change. I don't know why he did that. But look at that. That's his son right there. Oh my god. The faces could overlay perfectly. I don't think you can get a still frame of Ian without it looking like absolute like he really does just he's always got some kind of look on his face. I won't say what kind of look, but we'll just say some type.
I mean, I've sparred Dad before, and like I'm gonna be honest, like it was not very competitive.
Ian doesn't even like boxing. He was doing it because Anissa pushed him to do it. That's why he wouldn't do 2-a-days and why he got his ass whooped. I mean, he legitimately said, of course people are going to say you don't like, they're going to say bad things about the boxing. He said, okay, sorry, I'm trying to quote him correctly. He said, of course a lot of people are going to say bad things about Creator Clash for a lot of different reasons. Boxing's hard, especially when you don't want to do it. That's what he said. And saying that literally is him saying, I didn't want to box. I just did it. I forced myself to do it. So of course I'm going to feel some type of way about it. Then why would you ever say you're going to box again? You can host the event still. You could be like, hey man, I wanted to try it out once. It wasn't really for me, but I love the idea of bringing people together for this type of thing. To do it in a way that is, promoting organized violence away from people killing each other in the supermarket because they, pulled the wrong bag of chips. It's like, you just got the last of the Lays and then you get stabbed in the Walmart. It's happened too many times. And I found moldy bread in the Walmart once, and it's just like, we're fighting over food that's gone bad. I don't know where I'm going with this, but let's continue.
It was like no offense to Dad, he's been
No, that's so true. I didn't even think about that. Michael Briggs, his demeanor reminded iDubbbz of his dad. iDubbbz looked Nathan in the eyes and he was like, that's my father. I can't be his friend. He's a freak. I hate him. Anissa, say you hate him too. He's a freak. They both hate him.
Killing it in the ring, but like it's not really.
Also, this is such a stupid point. I'm like not even talking about what he's saying, and his point itself is also dumb. It wasn't competitive. You were sparring, dumbass. What do you think sparring is like? You shouldn't be going hard if you're sparring. That's ridiculous. If you're sparring, you should be going light. And anybody that's trying to like knock somebody out or do something crazy, you should be like, you know, working to show openings. Oh, you gonna, if I move, if I twist, you gonna go for the body? What are we doing? Come on. You know, you you guys were training. He wasn't actually trying to fight you. And honestly, if I was dad, Nathan seems like just such a good-hearted guy. He got bullied throughout his life, so, you know, he's been through a lot of things and doesn't like to see the negativity. But I honestly think that Ian would get dusted in that one-on-one. Mano y mano. iDubbbz gonna be like trying to keep his distance, and Dad's gonna run up. He was spry. He was wiry during that fight. Both of his fights.
Really something like, obviously I try to do fights that are really competitive, that challenge me, and I'm not looking for that.
So I would assume if I was not a challenge, there would be no reason to not box me, Ian. But then he follows up quickly with, this I think is his excuse and his way out of not boxing me. He's like, oh, I like to do challenging fights. And Dad wouldn't be challenging. I like to fight, so basically he says, I like to fight people that I cannot beat. Dr. Mike, Alex Wasabi, why don't you go fight?
I mean, literally, that's what Michael Briggs was saying too, is that he's trying to fight people that are way out of his, like, they're out of your league, bro. You ain't even in amateurs yet. You're still in training. These are exhibition matches. You shouldn't be fighting anybody that could be on an amateur circuit. Like, obviously, I don't know if they actually have amateur records or anything, but if they have been training for as long as they both have been, you are not to their level, regardless of, even like if you had like a natural ability in boxing, if you had like good reaction time and you had like just naturally good cardio or something. But again, he doesn't have either of those things, so I don't understand why he would even, in any world, assume that he is on that upper echelon of YouTube boxing.
Manny Pacquiao then, Ian. Like, what is the point of that?
Honestly, I think Ian versus Anissa would win. Yeah, you're right, Madman. That's so true. And she'd love the whole she'd love it the whole time. She'd be smiling.
It doesn't make sense. It's like a catch-22. It's like, oh, Dad isn't challenging. I want to fight someone who's challenging. And then, meanwhile, when he fights those challenging people, he gets completely obliterated. You would think, since we have the same experience...
It's the CTE. Honestly, I kind of want to make a video about CTE. Because we do make jokes about it quite a bit, and there are some other funny clips that have come from CTE. But it is a very sad thing that has destroyed many lives and has led to actual things like homicides and suicides and a lot of damage to different people's life. Even currently, there's a UFC fighter named BJ Penn who's dealing with mental illness issues because of brain damage and stuff. It's pretty interesting. And then the comical aspect is always more interesting. It's not more interesting, but it's more easy to talk about. Like this is my favorite clip of all time. Tito Ortiz, the former vice mayor or something. What was he? What was Tito Ortiz mayor? It was something like that. What was he? Yeah, he was mayor pro tempore for Huntington Beach.
Show you how to cut an onion the correct way. At least my way. That's correct.
Move your finger. Move your finger. Stop it, dude. He just keeps going.
And this is...
oh my god, you just see his fingers bleeding so
we
bad.
usually go to Mexican food on Sunday nights, and now we can't go anywhere. We're going to make our own Mexican food. I'm going to do chicken enchiladas tonight. So we're trying to do preparation.
It's just covered in blood. The onion is just covered in blood now.
I slice all one way.
Yeah?
Now I slice crossing it. Turn around.
He's about to feed this to his family.
Now put it together. Let's go. That keeps you.
He just keeps going, and then at the end, it's this next clip. Yeah, it's right here. Goes for a while.
A knife's so sharp. I cut myself. Son of a bitch.
He didn't notice that whole time. He cut it and then walked away.
Knife's so sharp.
Got like a drink. He was drinking too. It took him like probably another like 10 minutes to notice that he cut his finger. Don't worry, it wasn't that bad. Tito Ortiz, he was literally the mayor pro tempore of Huntington Beach, and there's videos of him in council. Tito Ortiz council meeting. There's some great clips.
The Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of California.
And the Constitution of the State of California.
Against all enemies.
Against all enemies.
Foreign and domestic.
Foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Constitution of the United States.
To the Constitution of the United States.
And the Constitution of the State of California.
To the Constitution of the State of California.
That I take this obligation freely.
That I take this obligation freely.
Without any mental reservation.
Without any mental. I competed until I was 47. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. When Anderson Silva knocked me out, I was like, okay, I'm having neck problems. I have pain all the time. I've never been knocked out unconscious ever in my whole career of 25 years. And when that happened, it scared me because when I watched it, I was like, that wasn't a good one.
It never is. And, oh, this...
Chad?
Do we remember the guys that went into Huntington Beach councils? I'm not even halfway through the video. I know. I keep getting sidetracked. But this is what we're here for, right? But this is important. This is important. Do we remember Chad Kroger? Is that what it is? What's his name? It's Chad something. Whatever. Chad and JT. You know how Chad and JT go to Huntington Beach and they're like, we want to build this thing. Yo, dog, it's our time to speak. We're here because we wanted to... Remember, they wanted to build the statue of Paul Walker. They're like, we want to build a statue of Paul Walker in Huntington Beach. And in this one, they want to build a skate park.
Chad Kroger.
What
Chad
up? Can you
Kroger,
hear
I was
me?
right.
Yes, go ahead.
What up, Council? My name is Chad Kroger. I come to you with a big request. I love the Vans Off the Wall skate park here in Huntington, and I frequently go there to rip on my scooter with JT.
What up?
Yeah, so we love to scoot at the park, but lately our enthusiasm has taken a hit. Some of the regulars at the park have turned on me and JT. These two 8th graders, Brady and Taryn.
I forgot Chad Kroger is the name of the dude from Nickelback. I bet that's why he's using that name.
And sometimes their older brother DJ call us handlebar jockeys and P words.
We've asked them to stop, and they won't.
Yeah, and we don't feel like anyone should be prejudiced against for what they choose to ride. It's unchill and frankly un-American. These Groms have really messed with my confidence as a rider too. So, since these kids won't listen to us, we think we know someone they will listen to.
What up, Council?
Former UFC light heavyweight champion and current Huntington Beach City Council member, Tito Ortiz.
Tito, you're the Huntington Beach bad boy. These Groms are on your turf, so technically they're under your jurisdiction.
Yeah, and we would greatly appreciate it if you'd come down to the park and rectify this sitch.
We know the council has given you a lot of flack for not...
I love this dude right here. This dude's loving it. He's like completely enjoying that this is happening. Because like the rest, like I think everybody else has dealt with Chad and JT before. Like they've done this type of stuff before. People come into these type of like city councils and do all types of weird little like performance stuff. And this guy's loving it. And I don't think that Tito Ortiz knows that these guys are just trolling.
wearing a mask, but we have not forgotten that you have a super important skill set. We don't want you to ragdoll these 8th graders like they're Ken Shamrock, but we would like you to at least pose the threat of violence until they back off.
Yeah, we just want to scoot in peace.
We're gonna go down on Wednesday if you can come. Thanks, dudes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, he didn't respond in that one. He does say something. Oh, there's an actual response from him. Wait, where is it? Because he says he'll come down. I think at one point he's like confused and he says he'll come down. Whatever. I'll have to find another time. We'll talk about Tito Ortiz another time. The UFC is honestly, there's a lot. It's wrought with good content. There's a lot of things to talk about in the UFC. Not even just like the fights. All of the personalities have like so many different insane. Like they have lore. There's a lot of lore, a lot of backgrounds to look at. But getting back to the video, yeah, we have 10 minutes left on this video.
It's the same exact weight, the same
Let's see how
exact
long that takes me to get
height.
through.
It would be a perfect match. And if you really did think you could beat me that easily and get $100,000, why would you not do that? It's easy money. And then you could shut me up. The reason I think he's saying this, and that's his excuse to get out, is because I don't know if he has anything to gain by boxing me, because the majority of the people out there don't think I and the other Critical Clash boxers did anything wrong. We were sort of the victims. But then if he boxes the victim that he victimized, it doesn't look good on him. I get that.
But that's the thing, is it does look good on him, because if he were to box you, it would give him some form of grace because he's trying to make amends for the things that he did wrong. It might look bad to like somebody like a passerby, but the people that are actually like invested into the story would see it as him trying to like get back in good graces in some regard. You know what I mean? At least that's the way I would perceive it. But him literally like backing away, like I'm saying, like if he would have just like, even out of spite, to spite Ethan, stayed friends with Harley, stayed friends with Nathan, stayed friends with everybody. Like if he would have done that, it would have been hard because obviously they were against the video that he made. But if he would have made a bigger effort to do that, it would look better on him. But him tossing him like all these guys to the side after having like created the shit show that was Creator Clash 3, like of course, like it's just it's always gonna look bad on you. Everything you do is gonna look bad from this point on.
I'm sort of pulling him in by even asking him. I'm pulling him into a situation that is like awkward for him to even address, because I guess it doesn't make him look good.
Who runs this fucking? Who runs the website? Take this down. Take it down already. Why haven't they taken it down yet? None of the links work, I don't think. Like you can't get tickets or anything. But why is it even still up? Oh, this feels wholly unnecessary to have it up at all, bro. It takes like one click to just take the website down. Quite literally, on whatever back end you're using to create this website, it takes like 2 clicks, maybe 3 clicks max to shut this shit down. October 25th, 2025, Hollywood Palladium, Los Angeles, California. It's coming up quick. Are we excited?
Anyway, I was thinking it could help him if everyone's like, okay, they're facing off like gentlemen, they're throwing everything behind them, they're gonna box and end it, and like in a way redeem himself from all this negative attention he's been getting on the internet. That's how I was thinking this could go for him. But it also could just look really bad if I did beat him, where it's like everyone's mad at him for harming me and the other Critical Clash boxers, and then he loses to me. It just pushes him down, and I think that's what he thinks might happen. I don't think he thinks I'd be that easy. I think he does think I would be a challenge. That was just his way of brushing this off. That's what I think. I'm like psychoanalyzing. I don't really know what's going on. I have to assume, like, he knows when we were sparring, we weren't like trying to kill each other. It was Critical Clash 1.
And it wasn't even Nathan at his peak physical fitness, and he wants to be like, I walked through him on a playful sparring match. Coward.
It's very.
And then he doesn't even want to chat, and then he doesn't even want to fight him. Cool, bro. You'll walk through him. You lost both of your fights. Why don't you get an easy dub then? Get the easy dub. Don't get smacked around for a few more rounds and get your head fucking knocked in some more. It's bad. It's a bad look.
Friendly, where it's tapping and touching, and that's just like to like see where something's coming from. That's just like to work on your awareness and your guarding. You're not even like boxing. It's like playing touch up. And
my heart breaks a little that everyone around Ian seemed to know about the content cop, but no one told him to blatantly not do it or tell Ethan. Ethan always looks a little sad when it's mentioned. Yeah, I mean, I do believe Dad when he says that he thought that it was like a joke and but I do think you probably should have put the question in a little bit more. But I've always said that I feel like, I think I was one of those people that kind of gave Dad a lot of shit early on. And I think the shit that I give Dad mainly is that he does play to the crowd. You know what I mean? No matter what group he's in, and he admitted to this, that's why he gives Ian and Anissa grace about saying that he's weird and saying this stuff about him, because he believes that when you're in a group with people, you say things that you might not mean because you want to fit in. And honestly, that's not a good trait to have. That isn't a good trait to have at all. And I feel like Nathan does do that and is willing to kind of be okay with something and push it aside and not focus on it because he wants to be in their good graces. You know what I mean? So he's like, oh, well, iDubbbz wouldn't do that. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. It doesn't matter. And that's something you kind of have to work past, especially if you want things to go back to a more jovial, like friendly kind of, way. You can't have these underlying feelings that you're not expressing, because it will end up bleeding through the content that you make and the relationships that you have.
Making sure your senses.
Yeah. I don't blame anyone who knew. I just feel sad for Ethan. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's I understand what you're saying. Samesies.
Are all working. If he wants to spar one round with me, I would like to then have him say,
dude, do it. Dad would walk him for like a 3-minute round, whatever Ian's willing to do. I'm winded. Dad would literally walk him around the ring and just do. He'd just be hitting him with like a 20 piece, while Ian's just going. It'd be all hips, throwing them. Them hips that do not lie.
Oh, it wasn't very challenging. I know I'm not great. I admit it all the time. I do think Ian is better than me. I really believe that. I think Ian has more skill than me. I have more heart, I believe. Although he does have a great heart.
No, he doesn't have a heart. You have a heart, Nathan. You have too much of a heart, and sometimes you need to put your heart to the side and use that beautiful brain you got, buddy. Got to use that.
All the way with Dr. Mike. I don't know if I could go as far as he did with Dr. Mike. I have trained and sparred with Alex Wasabi. Ton.
I wouldn't. Here's my whole thing, right? I think if you're getting whooped in a fight and you know you're getting whooped in a fight, I think honestly it's probably not the best idea to try and go as many rounds as possible and take it to decision, because you're going to lose. If you know you're losing, like if you know you're not doing that good, you got to go out on your sword, go out on your, go out on your shield, go out on your cross, and go out and just literally start firing. You got to go out guns blazing, get knocked out, or knock them out in the process, I really do find it odd when people are like clearly losing, and it's like, you're going to lose anyways. Like, come on, let's make it a little fun for the people. And then you can fake it, get knocked down, and then be like, stand up when he hits 10, be like, and then he's like, oh, waves it off, and as soon as the ref waves it off, you go, wait, what? I'm fine. Wait, I'm fine.
Tons of times. Alex is a way better boxer than me. I wouldn't want to box Alex Wasabi. There was a Alex suggested he and I box on Misfits last year. Alex was like, hey, let's talk to Mams. Let's get you and I to box. Alex and I are also the exact same height and weight. And I was just like, I don't know, dude, like, you'd really mess me up. And like, I didn't want to do that. I'd like to box someone that I think is at my level. People say Matt Watson and AB weren't on my level. They were. We had the same experience, similar body, similar height. If the same amount of training was put in, I think it would have been a fair match. And I don't know if that was the case because I would really put a lot more training in than they did. But Ian does put that training in. And that's why I feel Ian and I would be a genuinely good match. And
Let's watch Dad beat up his son real quick. It's only 35 seconds. Here's the thing. He really does. He's got good form. And like he said, he's got heart. He went in and threw combos straight away.
Round one, let's get it. See if Matt can weather this storm.
Oh,
Big shot from Dad coming out already. He's going forward.
He's vanishing into this channel.
Oh, he's down, Dad. Left hook. He's trying to take Matt's head off another
left hook. He's hitting him body, head, body, head.
Dad bod is just set to kill.
Oh, big left hook. He's wobbled him. Matt's hurt.
His eyes are rolling in the back of his head. This is it.
It's over. Oh, my God.
That was a fast.
Come on, man. That's your son. How can you do that? That's your son, man. I like that this is on his channel, too. Let's give it a like. Oh, I'm not subscribed to the Dad channel. I gotta subscribe.
This speed run I've seen in boxing. Was that a 3?
It's because It's because he's a fucking robot. You can't beat a robot in a fight. Watching Dad box was like a video game. No, for real. Well, that's the thing is I think he definitely wasn't afraid to get hit, which I think is the main thing. A lot of people are like afraid of the power of the other person, and it's like you got to get a taste of it first. You got to really you got to feel out their power and then go for the the long game. Because if you can feel that they're going to knock you out, then yeah, but if you're just running away the whole time, then they're just going to keep pressing. I love Charlie's commentary. That's your son. What are you doing? So true. That's what he was doing over and over again, just bonking him.
I think he does think that. I think he agrees with me, and he's just not going to admit it because it wouldn't look good if he lost. But I'm trying to offer him a way out. But like, dude, it would look good. Even if you lost, it'd probably be close. I really think it would be close. It'd be down to points. And none of us would look bad. We would battle it out, and it would look great, and we could put this behind.
He was about to come back. They shouldn't have called it. If they would have let it keep going, he would have knocked him out cold. I think that they called it for his own safety. They were like, yeah, well, you could probably continue, but you shouldn't continue.
And listen, I think he genuinely could redeem himself. The internet wants it so bad, and if he did, the internet would be happy and be like, okay, dude, that was cool that you did that. And I think people would let go of some of the stuff they're angry about. I really feel this way.
No, I feel you. And I mean, plus, yeah, like when Dad fought the Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, yeah, that was like a 15-second fight, so we never really got to see what he can do. And the fight against AB got gassed out very quickly.
I love this argument.
The Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, yeah, that was like a 15-second fight, so we never really got to see.
Yo, he beat the fuck out of him in 15 seconds. How can we know if he's good or not? That has to be like what? That point makes absolutely no sense. He got him too quickly. What do you mean? He beat him up too fast. We don't know if he's any good. What?
What he can do. And the fight against AB got gassed out very quickly. So, I mean, again, you definitely have more endurance than the two of them. You have
and AB got gassed out.
Better boxing skill, so I actually do imagine that it wouldn't have been that much of a competitive fight.
Honestly, AB did get kind of gassed out. Can't lie about that part. Dad's just got infinite stamina. He just did a 24-hour stream, went to sleep for 3 hours, woke up, and started dancing again for a video and was like, I could do it all over again. He's crazy. He's a lunatic.
So if this guy has only seen my 2 Creator Clash matches, sure, he might think, oh, I don't know what he can do. He can't go as far. But you shouldn't assume I couldn't do what Ian has done in the ring because you haven't seen it. Obviously, I train.
He couldn't do what Ian's done in the ring. What, lose twice? Again, like good on him that he was able to weather the storm and make it to the end, make it to decision. But like, did we ever get to see the scorecards? Was it just like 10-8s the whole time? Was it 10-9s? What was it? Did he win a single round against any in either of his fights? I genuinely don't know.
Training with amateur 20-something-year-old boxers, like real boxers, and I'm going the whole distance and longer a lot of times because we have to train more rounds than you do in the actual fight. I've done 10 3-minute.
So he won by unanimous decision. Dr. Mike did. And then Alex Wasabi. And then not by unanimous, but by he won by decision, majority decision. Wasabi did. So okay, so in his second fight against Alex Wasabi, he won at least a couple rounds.
Rounds with these
Or
amateurs.
maybe a round. I don't know.
I have the cardio. I just danced for 24 hours yesterday. I got the cardio, dude. So I'm to this man on this interview.
Vegetarian stamina. It's literally just that dancer stamina. Dancing is probably some of the best cardio.
I assure you, I can go the distance. And I guess you haven't seen on the Dad channel, where I just hit the punching bag nonstop for 15 minutes straight, which is a pretty hard thing to do. I've put videos out showing I have what it takes to go the distance more than my 22 seconds. And because I do all that stuff, the psychotic cardio, that is why my matches then end in the first round. So, sir, I would like to inform you that, yes, I do think I could go the distance with Ian.
Beyond all of that, I'm trying to find my own peace right now, and it's really hard to fucking fight physically.
I still can't believe he beat his son. He needs to beat this son.
Fight online, fight all these different battles simultaneously. I do not want
Get
to
him the belt.
And participate in 50 different fights. It's just not. It's exhausting. It sucks. I'll figure it out with time, but one fight at a time, I think, is all I need.
That response is a lot more understandable and respectable. Yes, a lot of people are coming at him. I'm sure it's really crappy and really stressful. I'm part of it, and I don't necessarily mean to do that. I'm trying to stand up for myself and voice my opinion and address things that have happened and how they've made me feel. But in doing so, I am then, yes, like they said, bringing more attention to the crappy stuff that he's done. And now he has to deal with that, and he's doing all that stuff. So, that makes way more sense. He doesn't want to box someone who's involved in all that drama and pull him deeper into it. If he's trying to put out these fires and, fade away, it seems like he's trying to distance himself from all this stuff and then just be over with it. He doesn't want to go and box me. But I have to remind him, it's all happening because of his own doing. He caused this fire. He put out this giant video on his friend. It was a complete 180 turn, and now he's like, nope, stop talking to me about this, stop talking about this. He started the fire, and now is mad that it's still burning. Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not a fan of him, and I just don't want to give him my attention.
And I gotta say, watching the old video he did where he was just yelling at Rice Milk, it's super funny how the tables have turned. He is doing the exact thing.
Rice Milk? Rice gum? Is that Rice Milk? What?
That Rice Milk did to him. He's avoiding me, just like Rice Milk avoided him. And now, Ian actually knows how to box, and he thinks he's a better boxer than me. Everything he said in that old video is the complete opposite now.
Is that like a meme or something? I'm tripping. Rice Milk, rice gum. I do not know.
In 2025.
In a fight versus me and Rice Gum, because
yeah, he says rice gum in this video. Why was he saying rice milk? I'm so confused.
I'm sad. I'm very sad because I want the event to happen. I've spent a lot of time doing it, and Rice Gum is just fucking not being cooperative at all, and it sucks. Ass. If this Rice Gum thing doesn't work out, I'll make fun of him some more.
Yeah, this guy who has no problem instigating and dragging things on forever will not respond to me, talk to me when I talk to him like a normal person. And I don't just make fun of him. So maybe that's my problem.
Don't want to give him my attention in general. I think he's been an asshole. So fuck him.
And then I guess that's where Ian is now trying to end this whole.
Nathan just messed it up, and it's funny. I mean, fair enough. We do say ban him a panda, so Rice milk. Rice milk it is.
Interaction with he and myself.
Rice milk just doesn't roll off the tongue that well. Rice gum, it flows.
Even though he's not even interacting with me, it's just me yelling at clouds alone here, but I know he's seeing these videos. I'd like to ask him, when was I an a-hole? When? Tell me exactly in a video what line I said, what complaint I said, because it's all I'm pretty sure all I've said is how I feel, how he made me feel, how inconsiderate he and Anissa were, how crappy it was to not think of other people, how uncommunicative they were. Being an a-hole would mean I've said unnecessary things, gone beyond the point of respect, and gone beyond and said something unfair and insulting to you. Which maybe because I went on a podcast with someone you're not friends with anymore, I'm now an a-hole. You made an hour-long video on someone that you were friends with, and then just because now you don't like them, if I talked to them, I'm an a-hole. Am I like indebted to you? I can never talk to anyone you don't like, and if I do, I'm an a-hole.
Yeah, basically, that's the perspective. Because he can't think of anything that's actually a more valid criticism, so he'll just call you an asshole because it's the easiest. It's literally just the easiest thing to say.
I never, ever acted like an a-hole, and you know that.
Pangea equals rice milk? This bitch don't know about Pangea. You don't fuck with Pangea?
I think that's just him saying that to be like, oh, I don't like him, he's an a-hole, and stop talking to me about this, please, because I don't have anything else I can say. This is my only way out of this, to insult him and be like, he's mean to me. I wasn't, though, and you know I wasn't. It looks to me like when he says I'm an a-hole, he's lacking any real complaint. He's lacking any genuine critique of the way I've acted, and he just says this vague blanket like, oh, he's an a-hole, F him. He can't actually say what I've done that makes me an a-hole, and that's why he didn't. I feel, when all is said and done, Ian didn't like how much negative attention he got from the problems he caused, and now he's just trying to make it go away. And it's not going away, and it's driving him nuts. Anyway, I will be boxing.
Yes, a Lil Dicky reference. Also Jewish. Interesting.
Guess it won't be Ian, but I truly feel he will not look good if he addresses me, because he knows I did nothing wrong. So he's in a roundabout way responding to me without responding to me. Because if he did put a video out and talked about me, he wouldn't look good, because he has no reason to actually be mean to me. And it's now showing, and it's obvious. He picks and chooses the things he responds to. All these online critiques, all these other people are complaining about him. He only responds to specific moments and not the valid complaints about him and the things he's done wrong. And one of those things being everything I've said about how he handled Creator Clash 3. That's it. There's nothing else to say. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Goodbye.
It's kind of an off-putting outro song. I actually ran perfectly because it's about to be 12:30, which means I've done my full time, just about, almost 2 hours, just under, but works out perfectly. I really do appreciate everybody that stopped in. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I guess I could redirect you guys as I'm going for now. The podcast I don't think it's gone live yet for members, but they will be doing something. Can't be showing that though, you know. So on member streams, we do it a little bit shorter here once I'm just done with stuff. This just happened to line up perfectly. Those are redirects. There it is. Redirect to Papa Gut or Hutch. Papa Gut just came back after his short ban. Let's do Hutch, actually. Hutch is talking about Mike from PA. The Mike from PA thing, I think, will probably be a bit more interesting for you guys. Yeah. Mike from PA expose by Hutch. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Captain Quasar signing off.